Translating English materials to other languages is not solved by using AI applications or even Google Translate. God forbid. Do I need to explain? But let's. As the production manager for Tag 91.1, the only Filipino radio station here in the United Arab Emirates, I get a lot of copies to be translated to Tagalog or Filipino. So this is what happens. Our clients give me the English copy to be converted to a Filipino commercial, to which I hand over to my team of writers. They do their thing, and then they give it back to me for final checks and proofreading. After that, we hand it over to the client for their review, and then they approve it for voicing and production, and done. Sounds easy and straightforward, right? Like this entire process can be done in let's say, an hour? Nope, it ain't as easy as it sounds. I know my peers, translators for scripts and production, know exactly what I'm talking about here. But if you want an actual breakdown, it's as follows. Let me give you a time frame with actual running time here. You ready? Here we go. When I get an English copy, I send it to my writers. It takes about an average of 3 hours for them to give me their Tagalog scripts or Filipino scripts. And then I check it. Probably if I'm not too busy, I'll work on it for an hour, and then I give it to the client, and then I don't know, it takes them X number of hours or even days. Hopefully not weeks, but it runs an average of hours. Average would be, let's say, if they're really focused on, getting it done, probably an hour. If not, it could be as long as 5 to 6 hours. When I get it, they ask me to work on it and get it done ASAP. And then I do a demo read for my voice talents, and then I send it over to them. If they are readily available, I can get it as fast as an hour. But if they're doing something else, I can get it as fast as probably 3 to 4 hours, or probably the next day. Once I get the recordings, obviously I have to check it, make sure that everything's okay or almost the same as the demo that I made for them. And then I work on it. Probably production would take about, guaranteed, less than an hour. But just do the math here. Average of 3 hours on translating. 1 hour for me to check. For the client to read it and get back to me, let's say an average of another 3 hours. So you're looking at 7 hours. Me producing it, 8 hours. That's just for one commercial. I do an average of an X number of ads in a day. I wonder how I fit that all in one day. So why does it take everybody that long to get to it? Well, it's not like they're sitting down waiting to get work done. No, they could be doing something else. Or they could be in the middle of doing something, probably doing some house chores, taking the kids to school, cooking, doing the laundry, mowing the lawn, whatever. So you're looking at a minimum of 1 hour. That's from the writer to the voice talent. So it really takes some time, guys. Obviously, when they get to work on it, they have to reinterpret. Take note, reinterpret, not just interpret. Reinterpret just to make sure that when they do deliver their part, it is still understood by the audience who will be receiving the copy or the voiced work. Because truth of the matter is, translation is not about the words in the script. It's the idea and the feelings behind it. There are certain English words that don't translate well to Filipino and vice versa. So we have to create a bridge that meets halfway between the two languages. However successful this bridge is, you still lose something, whether it's in the script, the voicing, or the final execution of the commercial. You can't expect an English poem to be treated the same way when translated to Filipino or any other language for that matter. It's not about swapping words to make it work. And when this is the thought process that you can just swap words, that's when the conversion goes bad. The reader or the audience will know right away that this is badly done. Take a moment to think of how an American burger tastes like. Beef patties, American cheese between buns. An American classic, right? Now think how you can convert that taste in the form of, let's say, chicken adobo. Those of you who know how to cook will know the difficulties that lie ahead of this problematic bridge. And I'm sure it can be done if it hasn't already, but I'm sure it won't be done in an hour. If you're someone who didn't know how this process worked before, well, here it is. And I barely scratched the surface because I didn't want to bore you with more details, but I'm sure you understood it from the examples that I mentioned. Trust the process. Translation is not about converting an English version to another language, but it's about creating a new version of that same English copy, but presented differently to an audience that will resonate strongly and directly with it.